Minister, one of your primary responsibilities is to that great part of our heritage, the Irish language. I'm surprised that you didn't address issues in relation to the language here today.
Ceann Comhairle. Minister Kine is actually in discussions with the Business Committee with a view to an appearance next week before the COVID-19 Committee to discuss the responses in respect of the Gaeltacht. So I'm here today to discuss heritage matters. I was here last week to discuss culture matters, and maybe given the limited time we can confine it to that. Thank you.
Sorry, Minister, I'm not on the COVID Committee, and I want an answer in the plenary session of the Dáil. Agus tá sé go chearta mis an áil. Tá me cainte méar leo, mar ní léon chóras eistreáin ar fáiline leo. And therefore I will address myself, because you are the Minister of the Gaeltacht.
As you know, Minister Kine has statutory responsibility for the Gaeltacht
You are
Deputy.
the Minister of the Gaeltacht.
With respect.
There are 15 government ministers in the Constitution. You have the ministerial responsibility for the Gaeltacht. Now, as I said, the Irish language is a particularly important part of our heritage. It's one of the oldest written languages in Europe, and is still a vernacular language. And of course, the Gaeltacht is the place where you could say is the living well from which the language keeps springing anew. Since 1904, Gaeltacht courses have been held in the Gaeltacht every year, which have created a huge connection between people from literally all over this island, north and south, and the Gaeltacht communities. That's nearly unique, and I don't think it's replicated anywhere else in the world. For the first time in 116 years, ní bheidh aon choláiste Gaeilge ann im líonna. There'll be no Irish colleges this year. And this is a massive economic blow to the Gaeltacht. Now, the reality is there is money in the Gaeltacht vote that was set aside to pay the grants to the Mráití this year for keeping the students. Now remember, the Mráití, because they weren't working in March, because people don't go to the Gaeltacht to learn Irish in the middle of March, are not entitled to the COVID payment. So my question to you, Minister, is what are you going to do, like you did for Galway Fiche, to support the colleges themselves, the Mráití, and also the halls and the facilities that were funded by the department and that rely on the income from the Irish colleges to pay for things like insurance? And I'd also like to ask you, would you consider creating a new grant this year, because I understand that tourism will be open in August. But it wouldn't be suitable to put four children in a room together from different backgrounds. But what would be possible is to encourage families to come and stay in the Gaeltacht during that period in a house for maybe 5 days. And some of the money that's already in your vote could be used constructively, particularly parents who have children in the Gaeltacht colony, to come to the Gaeltacht, say, for 5 days and do that for 3 or 4 weeks in August on a rolling basis. Would you consider introducing a scheme such as that to retrieve some of the season, but also to give a unique opportunity to families to learn the Irish language together with a full programme? Good morning.
To be absolutely fair to the Minister now, the preparations for today were preparations around a debate on the physical heritage of our country. The points you raised, Deputy Ó Cuív, are of fundamental importance to the Gaeltacht and to people with a concern therein. My understanding is that those matters are to be addressed at the COVID-19 committee.
I have no difficulty answering it, Ceann Comhairle, if it's of assistance. But I do think it's better serving the other deputies, as it wasn't, as the Ceann Comhairle said on the record. But I am going to answer your question.
Can we hear Deputy
about my work?
Saying? Yeah.
I'm thorough about my work. I made an inquiry with my own whip as to was there an elimination or a definition of heritage, and I was told no, it was all heritage. Now, Mother Oireachtas and Gaeilge.
I'm going to answer your question. So, you know, First of all, we recognise that the colleges play a vital part of the social and economic infrastructure of the Gaeltacht, and they have up to 27,000 students, as we know, going every summer. My own son was due to go this year and is extremely disappointed not to be going. And I know it's of huge economic value. I think it brings in about 50 million in terms of economic activity to the region. And it's very regrettable because of COVID-19 that we're not in a position to do much about that. But under the Scheme na Fág le Mórí Gaeilge, my department provides a subsidy to Gaeltacht households who provide accommodation for students attending Irish language summer colleges in the Gaeltacht. And the households also received payment from these colleges. And I know that the Minister Kine and the officials in my department on a number of occasions have met with the college's representative organisations, CUNCAS, with a view to identifying the financial pressures and the points where they need to be examined. And they're looking at support packages around that sector deputy. So we're very aware of the fact that it's extremely important and it's intrinsic to the entire of the Gaeltacht region. For the Manona T as well as for the surrounding area. So you can rest assured it's very much under our radar and something that we're working very intensely on.